Will stagflation wipe out your savings? Good evening, folks, and welcome back to another episode of Silver Dad Knows. Remember, always live with no edits. If this is your first time here, hit that subscribe button now, as you're going to like what I'm about to say. So, just to start off this episode, I do want to present to you an awesome, and I mean awesome, coin right here. And I actually just got it earlier today. So right here, you are actually looking at a 2021 New Zealand Fellowship of the Ring silver dollar. And when I say Fellowship of the Ring, you got that right. I'm talking Lord of the Rings. So if you're a huge fan of these, which who isn't? I get it. They're boring films. They can be, at least, because they're 3 hours long, each of them. But they are just phenomenal films in the sense of cinematography, acting, and art. Really representing the books to the fullest extent. I did read The Hobbit, and I was always impressed with the films at how much they honored the original storytelling. So yes, the coin that you're looking at currently, these have worldwide mintage of 10,000 coins, with an inverse portrait of none other than, of course, we always see her. She does not go away, especially in the silver world. A portrait of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II. Included are the encryptions for the year of issue, fineness and weight of the coin, country of issue, and the words Middle Earth. So that's really cool on these, Middle Earth. Really showing like, hey, this is Lord of the Rings money right here. This is that fantasy money. So really cool. And then of course we go back to the reverse, my favorite, and we see Boromir holding his broken blade. And as you remember, he passes away in the first film. He betrays Frodo. And not Fredo from The Godfather, Fredo from Lord of the Rings, the real Fredo. He betrays him, and of course his karma gets him back. So right here, near his shoulder, in his clothing, are the words, "The blade that cut the ring from Sauron's hand." Around the edge of the coin are the inscriptions, "The Fellowship of the Ring," and the 20th anniversary. So literally, they're celebrating 20 years of the film. And this being in 2021, it's 20 years after its release was in 2001. So yes, awesome coins. And currently, you can get these as low as $45 to $50 with free shipping. I think that is extremely reasonable, especially because it deals with Lord of the Rings. You know, there's always going to be fans of this, die-hard fans. Always, it's Lord of the Rings. You just can't go wrong. Super entertaining, super artistic, super cool. And real quick, before I continue, guys, I want to give a quick shout out to Cliff CC. This is a comment from yesterday. And here we go. Cliff CC. Sad thing is this depression is intentional. With the push for digital currency to finally reign power over capitalism, you can expect the ownership of gold and silver to be outlawed, as they have done it before. You will have to declare what you own before that takes place, and most likely pay gains tax on it. And only what you declare can you exchange to digital. There will be a hefty exchange tax on that as well, that will only continue to rise as the deadline to make the exchange gets closer. At this point, there is not much that will protect you in the long run, but maybe stockpiling a stable energy source like propane and hidden tanks under the ground. Silver and gold will only get you killed or arrested in third world countries. And that actually sounds true to today. So awesome comment right there. And I really got hit with what you said at the end. Silver and gold will only get you killed or arrested in third world countries. And with America turning more and more into a third world nation by the day, it is something to be cautious about and to really consider, because you go to places like the Middle East, places in Africa, places in Asia, they do not take kindly to how Westerners live their life. They do not respect us. And you need to really be on your guard, especially when you're out and about in other countries. Lately, we've been hit with warnings of a crisis looming on the horizon, one that will hit harder than a typical recession. We're not just talking about a minor economic dip. This will be a full-scale event, and it's time to take notice. Jamie Dimon, CEO of JP Morgan Chase, has raised alarms about a threat we can't ignore: stagflation. In simpler terms, that's when economic growth slows down while inflation and unemployment both rise. With the Federal Reserve potentially lowering interest rates soon, we could see inflation pick up even more, leaving everyday Americans feeling the squeeze. When inflation rises and wages don't keep pace, it's no surprise that people are struggling. Financial hardships are breaking up marriages, businesses are closing or cutting hours, and many are putting their money out of retirement accounts just to make ends meet. You don't need a crystal ball to see that the stock market isn't going to take a hit, and retirement savings will dwindle further. As economic uncertainty deepens, silver is increasingly becoming one of the safest stores of value. Historically, when stagflation or recessions strike, the stock market tends to crash, and traditional investments like real estate or bonds lose their appeal. But silver, beautiful. Really, really look at it. Silver is a tangible asset that holds intrinsic value. Look at that. Awesome glare. Stands strong. It's affordable. And compared to gold, it's unlike fiat currency. Its value isn't subject to being printed into oblivion like our US dollar, which these are the repercussions, everything you're seeing happen to your life, to your family's life, to your friend's life, to your neighbor's life. It's affecting us all. Right now, more than ever, Americans have to be stacking on silver. Not only does it provide protection against inflation and currency devaluation, but it's also a versatile investment. Whether the economy crashes or staggers, silver will still have value, and it's easier to trade or sell in small increments compared to other investments like property or stocks, and that's why I love it so much. Really understand that. It's easier to trade or sell in small increments compared to other investments like property or stocks. With the upcoming election looming and uncertainty about the future leadership, things will go from bad to worse. Both candidates bring different economic impacts to the table, but the truth is, whoever wins, the economic instability won't resolve overnight. For those preparing for what's coming, silver is not just a smart investment. It is a lifeline. It's a hedge against the chaos that will unfold in the next 6 to 18 months. While others are selling off assets just to survive, those holding silver will weather the storm for the better. So folks, thank you so much for joining us for another evening. God bless you. God bless your household. And God bless America.